I've been dating him since 2015. I met him when he was 21. 21? And we had our first kid like a year after 2016. And we had another kid in 2017.
Wait for it.
And I just recently found out that this was my son that I gave up for adoption.
Some of these women, they just seem like they just got to get online on the internet and start confessing everything, man. Some things is better off known but not known. You
Well,
know,
I guess it's a sense of therapy. We use the internet for different things, and some people use it for their therapy, especially women. They'll go and post questions, or they'll give you scenarios about what's going on, and expect people to reply, to provide them with some comfort, to
what kind
see
of
if,
comfort you gonna get
oh
from
well,
having
in this
children
case,
with your
none.
own son?
Yeah, there's none that she gonna get here because, I mean, could I say it's an honest mistake? If she gave him up for adoption, he's 21 now, which leads me to believe that she's probably in her 40s. She met a young man, clearly very much younger than her, and decided to get involved. And now they have kids. Maybe the attraction was the motherly instinct. Um, I don't know, but I mean, at this point, what do you do? Because I mean, he looks totally confused. First of all, he's young, and he's looking for her for answers. And now to find this out, there's a double whammy for him. He finds out that not only does he have kids with his mom, but that his mom gave him up for adoption when she was younger. So now we got two kids, but you gave me away. So that's a lot. And then my kids are my brothers and sisters. That's just a lot for this young man to bear, because we don't know what kind of life he had when she gave him up. And clearly, you know, there probably was some issues that he's 21 and out with this woman, with this older woman. Why is he not dating people his age or mingling with people his age or, in school, college or something? It's just weird that, he's out seeking the affections of an older woman. Or did she prey on him? I don't know, but it's a lot. And these
At this
poor
age,
children.
at this age, she's still out here fucking up. To be honest with you, you done already started off at an early age having kids and giving them up for adoption. Now you in your elder age and you out here dating men that's probably young enough to be your grandchild. And it's just you're just fucking up all over the place, man. I mean, what coming on the internet trying to garnish some kind of sympathy or whatever. I don't even know if you garnishing sympathy. You might be trying to go viral with this here, but it's just show you that what are we supposed to think? What are we supposed to say? It's just all the way around a mess. You're like it's just all the way. What else is it left for you to do?
Hmm.
Like what is it that what else what in life what do you have? I mean, what is it that you have to be proud of yourself for? What kind of accomplishments? Because whatever you have, this gonna trump everything.
Well, maybe she's looking for other people who may have found themselves in this situation. Because you and I both
Good
know,
luck with that.
when you watch paternity court, you see a lot of this overlapping stuff like this. So it's not that what she's saying is rare. It
This shit
seems,
is rare.
well, what I'm saying is she's not the only one. I mean, and it happens more often than we would like to believe. So I guess she's seeking, the attention of people who maybe truly understand what she's went through. Gave a child up, and some later they later meet the child. Now, maybe not to the extent or of having a child with the child, but we hear so many kids come on paternity court and say, hey, I want to know who my dad is so that I would know who my siblings are so that I don't get involved with them, in these little small towns. So sometimes, people come to the internet looking for other people that's been through what they've been through, because really, like, what's going through her mind is like, what do I do? Like, I mean, this is messed up. So what do I do? How do I fix it? Maybe it's a cry for help, a plea for help, like, somebody help me, because this is like, what do we do? How do we go on from here? Like, what's
Ain't
the
but ain't
solution?
but the only solution I can figure is you might as well just shit, get you a passport and head out somewhere else. Get away because you know who like this is so unique that I don't know who's gonna have a answer for this. I mean, even if you go sit down with a shrink or a psychiatrist or whatever, man, what they gonna tell you? What they gonna tell you?
Hmm. You know,
Besides, this is some bullshit. Cause that's all
well,
it is. This ain't nothing but some bullshit, man. You know you gave your child up for adoption. That should have been the first thing you should have been making sure of. And to be honest with you, shit, they sort of look alike.
but I mean, like, how would you know? If, because most adoptions are private. So with the adoption being
Don't be messing
private,
with nobody
you don't know.
that they don't know who their mama is. That's one way you can start.
Well, I mean, he may have introduced his parents as, his parents that brought him up as his parents, and not say they were his adopted parents, because she gave him up as an infant. So the thing is, here, there's so many elements to this. Does he know he was even adopted? So he might have thought that the parents he had was his truly real parents. And
Man, you know
with
what?
closed adoptions, the parents don't even know the young girl that gives up the children. So if this was a closed adoption, nobody knew anybody. So that's a lot of things that you got to look at too. It's just a messed up situation, and the issue is, no matter how it transpired, they are here now. And so how do you move forward with this? Because you
You,
got two innocent children that daddy is their brother.
yeah. Well, we did a video a while back where the woman was like, I found out he was she was with this dude. I found out he was my third cousin, and I'm not gonna stop seeing him, and I got pregnant by him. So a lot of time, man, before shit get too far, and sometimes people feelings get involved in a situation, they know down deep inside, they know, and but they keep going, and then they be like, well, I'll just play the I don't know game, or I didn't find out until too late game. They'll play that game and denial of all, but deep down inside, you know something wasn't right. You may not know this wasn't your son, but you know something wasn't right.
Well,
Mm,
we all know something wasn't right,
bullshit.
that she would be with a 21-year-old, and which means she has to be somewhere, in her late 30s, early 40s, or could be older. I can't say, but we clearly know she's, not close to his age if she's his mother. She had to be at least 16, 15 years old. So that would put her in her, late 30s, early 40s if he's
Yeah.
20 years old. So clearly she knows that there's a problem, that she's dating someone that's 15 to 20 years younger than her. Already there's an issue there, and then you're talking about having kids for him, which means that she has to be in her early 40s to still be able to produce kids, because they had the kids one behind each other, even though with technology women are having kids at a much later
So how
age.
she find out that it was? How did she find out that this was her son?
I have no idea. Maybe
So
they
if
did
she
some
found out that it was,
genetics.
go ahead.
Maybe they did some DNA or genetics. Maybe she did something, and the boy thought that the baby wasn't his. You never know.
Man, it just the more I talk about this and the more I think about it, I don't believe that she didn't know that this was her son. Now, people can argue with me about that, but I don't believe that she didn't know that there was something wrong about this, and that could have possibly been her son. At some point, she discovered that this was her son before the children came. You, I don't believe her. I don't.
Hmm. Well, it just seems a little unbelievable, but we have to be realistic. This kind of stuff happens. And so it's like, what do you do when this has happened? Like, life is really ruined because the kids are now, confused. The young man is definitely confused. And clearly there wasn't something too straight with her. Did she get counseling when she gave up the baby? So there could be a lot of things mentally, you know, are not right with her
Man, you're
either.
right. She just get the kids up for adoption. That's what she ought
Right.
to do. Just
Wait,
call
wait,
it a
wait. Give the
wash,
kids up
man.
for adoption.
Yeah, get the kids up for adoption. They need to be out around her because she seemed like she crazy. That's what
Kevin.
that shit is. This seem like she crazy. Now I gotta be around your crazy ass. You got my damn brother and my daddy. You know better
So
than that.
so does the young
I
man
don't
have to
believe none
suffer
of that.
for the sins of the mother? So that means his kids not have to be away from him.
Shit, that's
When you
that's probably the best thing.
so you
Shit.
saying take the
Yeah,
kids completely out of this
yeah,
situation,
get them
and the
out
two
my yeah.
adults
Shit.
here try to deal with it and shut it down.
Yeah.
Them two need to shut it down, and the kids need to be removed from this whole situation and never told what happened.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be the best thing. Let them tell them what happened when they in their 50s, 60s, some shit like that. Man, them children deserve better than this
Oh
foolishness.
yes, we know that. Yes,
Yeah.
most definitely. This shouldn't have never happened. How it happened, we don't know, but it shouldn't have never happened.